We want to capture new fire hydrants using GPS in the field. So we need to create a GPS workflow uh, for use in the field, so that as we map new features, we can store those separately. So the steps from this to create a GPS workflow from SQLite, we're going to go to our workflow database, and we can refresh the screen so we see what other data or other workflows have already been set up. I'm going to go to the workflow wizard, and we're going to create a new workflow. Open here, click OK, and then we're going to call this GPS hydrant. From here, select GPS hydrant, go to settings, and then from here we're going to create and update a table, and I'm going to import fields from my SQLite layer. In this case, I need to browse to that location. Here's my hydrants, and I need to pick the information I'm going to fill out in the field, which could be hydrant type, maybe top color. Then I'm also going to add, because I'm going to use a GNSS receiver in the field, I want to add to that items for metadata, so I'm going to add that information. Here now, I can go through now and, well, we can work through this data. This is the information that I want to store when I'm in the field. So now I've created my workflow database. If I refresh, we'll see we now have a GPS hydrant. There's no data in there right now. I'm going to go to GeoSync GO Plus. I've signed into my account, and now I'm going to go through the steps to set up this workflow so I can capture data. First of all, I need to set up a style. I've already got one set up called GPS hydrant. So there's a style set up. I'm going to add my source. This is going to be GPS hydrant. I'm going to use the MapSync Cloud SQL. The database is in the workflow table or database. And then my table is GPS hydrant. I'm going to save. We'll go to layers because I want to display this on the map. So I'm going to create a new layer. Call this GPS hydrant. Set the zoom level. I'm going to pick my source, GPS hydrant, label field. I'm going to label this based on the hydrant ID, and the style is GPS hydrant, and save. And now I've created a layer. Now for the field, I need to also have a form to use, so I'm going to go to my form builder, and we're going to create a new form. It's going to be GPS hydrant, and the source is going to be GPS hydrant. Our destination is GPS hydrant, because any data we read from or write to is in the GPS hydrant data source. The method we're going to use is overwrite. Then we're going to add fields. So I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to complete this totally. I'm going to add hydrant ID. The source is hydrant ID. The destination is hydrant ID. And I'm going to add one more field in here, and want to add this to, call it top color. Out of that, and then I'm going to save. So really good. The form I've got set up with two different items, but I could add to that. I would want to add all the items, including the GNSS items, if I were using this, actually going to use this for data capture in the field. So I'm going to save this. back up. Now I'm going to go to my project and I'm going to add this information to my project. Layers, I'm going to add to that GPS hydrant layer for display purposes. And then we're going to add to this our form, which is our GPS hydrant form. I'm taking one of these others out. I've added GPS hydrant as a form for data capture. Save. Now let's go to our project. Let's go look at the map that we have, our utility map. And in this case, our data is actually, so here's our existing hydrants that we already put in place. But now if we're out actually doing mapping in the field, we can simulate what that would look like. I want to capture a new fire hydrant. Then I can fill out a form, GPS hydrant, fill out the ID, 999 test, color is blue, save. And if I refresh the screen, I now have a new hydrant. And that's the way we set up a GPS field workflow.